Hey, what is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. If you are new here, hit the subscribe button, turn on the bell notification so you don't miss out on any future content. So, right off the bat, I think it's pretty important to preface that whoever wins in this video is just my opinion, which is based on some facts and feeds from both of their respective movie and TV series. You are free to agree or disagree with me. I felt a need to mention this because fanbase tends to look at who wins more than the arguments constructing why someone with. That being said, don't forget to leave your thoughts in this comment section below because your opinion does matter to us. Now, the first dilemma you will face when comparing these two characters is that which version of Sherlock Holmes to pick up against L, because Sherlock Holmes has three main novels, many short stories, and several movies, in each of which his character is portrayed differently. For this comparison, however, we are picking the BBC version of Sherlock Holmes because his detective personality is a lot more compelling compared to other versions. That being said, we'll also add some of the basic qualities and abilities of Sherlock from the movie. Now, this is pretty much the very first impression anyone who meets Sherlock will have.
You're a bloody psychopath.
High functioning sociopath. With your number.
Well, he says so, but ironically, he will later see that he can be pretty human as well. Despite telling John that not caring about people makes it easier to do his job, Sherlock clearly has shown concerns for the people involved in his cases. And also, people he deeply cares about the people who he is close to, even though he doesn't show them. Now, unlike Sherlock, Al is not some type of sociopath or psychopath. In fact, this is the first impression they have when they see him.
What?
I am Al.
This is him?
He doesn't have any close friends or family. He was raised in an orphanage by the name Vammy's house, so he is basically all alone, which gives him a distinct advantage over Sherlock while cracking or solving a case as a detective because he doesn't need to save anyone besides himself. Now, what about their deduction ability? This is where both of their fan base is divided, and it's a bit controversial that whose deduction ability is superior. Now, there are many who will question L deduction capabilities because some of his deduction came from hunches or assumption, and they are almost too good to be true. And they use this reasoning to say his deduction are baseless, or that's why Sherlock deduction is a lot superior, which is not true because same reasoning can be used for Sherlock as well. Watch this Pete Holmes video about how Sherlock Holmes sucks at deduction to get a more clear perspective of what I'm trying to say here. This video will surely trigger some of the Sherlock fans. Link will be in the description below. So, how is that they both are mostly right about everything they deduce? How is their deduction right on point? There is only one word I could come up with to justify this. That is intuition. Both of their detective intuition is so high that it is impossible for a normal person or even an intelligent one to comprehend it. Then, how do we decide who is superior? Well, in Sherlock's case, he is presumably the third most intelligent human on Earth currently alive, with only his elder brother Mycroft, his sister, and Charles possibly surpassing him in intelligence. He also have a profound for aptitude, which helps him in his detection. The most impressive thing I found about him is his observational skills. With just a single glance, he was able to deduce so many things about Watson. He can also use the technique which he referred to as his mind palace, which is the system of storing memories as plotting them on a map of a familiar location and retrieving those memories by finding the way back to them so as to theoretically never forgetting anything, which is ridiculous and at the same time very overpowered ability. But to use this skill, he often requires silence and space to himself. He can literally read or scan any person using elements of their appearance and behavior to arrive at astonishingly accurate conclusions about their past or personality. And it's like a habit, or that his mind just subconsciously start reading other people even when he's not fully control of himself. Now, L, on the other hand, doesn't read people like Sherlock does. He has shown observational skill, but not quite on the level of Sherlock. He doesn't pick minute details like dust or scratches to deduce his theory or assumption. He doesn't possess his ability like Mind Palace, or rather, he can't use ability like that. So, does that mean his detection ability is inferior? No, quite the contrary. With the resources, reports, and a little luck, he was able to deduce the location of light that he was in Kanto region of Japan. Now, many people might say he can't deduce personality or past of a person like Sherlock, but even before Light knew about him, he was clearly able to figure out Light's personality, his intention. In fact, he understood Light even better than his parents. So what he basically does is set up traps to lure out the suspect and then deducing based on his response. And he does that very brilliantly, well, without suspect even actually realizing it. So yeah, he's a trap master. So detection wise, L was able to figure out Kira, Light, character personality very accurately and precisely without actually seeing him. He was even able to figure out that Kira needs a name and a face to kill a person, which is insane. Whereas Sherlock can only deduce someone when he actually confronts or sees him. Sherlock also seems to possess very depth knowledge in almost every field, which also aids him in his detections. So detective wise, I think they're both pretty even, but slightly in L's favor. If I have to talk about espionage ability, then it's undoubtedly Sherlock. He was able to tell Moriarty pretty comfortably. Hell, he was even able to snatch his little book in the movie without him actually knowing it. And L, on the other hand, sits in his room with Watari doing his work for him. Also, as a detective, one of the most valuable asset is to safeguard your identity. At the very least, it should not be publicly revealed. In which case, Sherlock clearly sucks. Watson have even made a blog about him or about his cases. Moriarty can easily come up to visit him for a cup of tea. Whereas L face is a complete mystery until the Kira case. Hell, Light wasn't even able to know his name. If it wasn't for this Shinigami, he wouldn't even be killed. It's like he just used some kind of cheat code. L is also the most intelligent detective in his Death Note verse because even the two other most renowned detective in his world is he himself.
It's quite simple, really. Three of the greatest detectives in the world: L, Coyle, and Deneuve. They're all actually me.
So yeah, plot twist. Sherlock is in fact L. So L takes this one. It's not like L destroys Sherlock, but L wins this with a pretty comfortable margin. If anyone who disagrees with me can debate me in the comment section. If you guys want, I could also make a theory video on Sherlock versus Kira or Light. So it will entirely depend on your response in my comment section below. I will also be updating about many other anime as well. So please do consider sharing this video and subscribing to my channel. Also don't forget to hit the bell notification so you don't miss out on any future content. I'm sure there are many anime and manga fans out there. So please do help us by supporting this channel. Thank you guys for watching till the end. Peace out.